Hi there, this is Nicole with a little horse logic on this beautiful snowy day. Well, I feel like right now, I feel this is more like Alaska than Vermont. If you look around, holy cow, these horses are like little woolly mammoths, and we got at least, I think, 18 inches of snow in the last couple of days. Which leads me to the point, is your horse a little more cranky than usual? And this is like a really important point. When our horses go through transitions like drastic weather changes, especially when it gets colder, and when not only the weather changes but also the environment, because let me tell you, this beautiful spot, what? Little Cicely, here she is again. Hold on, let me just grab her. Oh, come here, little girl. Oops. So when the horses all of a sudden from literally one day to another have no pasture left, and though we don't have a lot of grass here, we do have a lot of stuff to nibble on, where the horses have to move around quite a lot to find some little bits of grass and twigs and things that they like. But if it's all of a sudden gone, their system gets really kind of stressed through that transition. And the way I noticed it is that Cutter, which is he's over there, our Palomino. Right there. There he is. He is actually Mr. always in a good mood, let's just say. I mean, he's just very consistent and very nice, generally speaking, when I come out here. And for the last few days, he has been like, don't talk to me, don't come up to me, what are you doing, why are you getting in my space? While I'm feeding him hay, which is really not his personality. So I can totally tell that he is missing his pasture, the moving around. I mean, we have this field by itself is, I think, 10 acres. So he moves around a lot, and during the day, generally speaking. And if you look right now, I mean, their path is literally, they move around right here in front of our house where we feed them quite a bit. And then they have this lovely little path down to the barn. But that's pretty much it. That's all he does. So that's a big shift in how much he has moved in the last couple of days. They're colder. The wind has been terrible. Actually, I want to show you. Shauna always has these. Let me see if I can get to her side here. So you can see Shauna. Let me just show you a gorgeous mane. Look at Shauna's mane. I mean, she has... Sissy, go up there for a second. Just for a second. Look at this. I mean, this is like a serious wind and ice tangle right now that I'm going to take on here in a minute. But that's how crazy breezy it was here for the last few days. And the horses are so tight and so, don't even touch me, because they've just been trying to protect themselves from the wind, from the cold, and again, have not moved as much as usual. So remember that's another transition that our horses go through. And if you have them actually on some type of pasture, and there's a dramatic change like this, really they need quite a bit more hay to stay warm and to keep the rhythm of grazing going that they were used to. Usually here the snow comes for a day and then it goes, and then we have another week where there's nothing, and then another snow day. And that is more of a gradual change. This was pretty dramatic. And it was interesting, actually, right as that was happening with my herd, a client sent me a note saying that her mare, who we have worked with for a bit now, she said, she got all of a sudden so grumpy, and I didn't know what was going on with her. And then I remembered every year when there's a transition from fall to winter and she's no longer out in the pasture, she gets a stomach ache. There's too much acid in her stomach that's sitting there because there's no food coming in to process it. And I was like, there you go. That's another one of those. So she is adding hay to the daily routine, and I think she's giving her a little bit of a stomach soother, like Tums for horses. I don't know exactly which one she was using, but to help the horse get through this transition and feel better, because that's the thing that we want for our horses at the end, that they are well. So I thought that was a really important thing to talk about. So if you have horses that are out and about a lot and are now stuck more tightly in the stall, or a little grumpy because they don't get to nibble all day long, give them a little extra hay and transition them. And and I always try to put the hay, I mean you can't see that anymore, but I try to right now spread it out loose actually, so that they always have to kind of mosey up and down this path, or sometimes I put it out farther in the field. It's not so good for the goat, but for the horses it's good, so that they stretch themselves farther into the field and are not just going this little path back and forth, because more hay and less walking also makes for roly-poly horses, of course. So you got to find the good balance there. Anyway, all right, time for me to take the little tangles out of this girl's hair, and I will see you next time out in the field. Bye.